So this commentary is going to be about something a little bit more serious than my normal commentaries, and if this is something you're not interested in, then by all means feel free to click away. But basically, I don't do these too often, but I kind of want to sort of start doing more, sharing my experiences and things like that, in hopes to maybe help some people out, even if it's just like one person that sees this video and gets kind of, I don't know, gets something out of it, then it's definitely worth it. And basically in this video, something I want to talk to you guys about is social anxiety, which is something that, believe it or not, I have dealt with most of my life and still very much so deal with to this day and age. And some of you guys might, question or wonder how that could be the case, especially with me constantly being on camera and constantly making videos for, thousands of people to see across the internet. Well, I will say that it's definitely easier to do commentaries than it is to do me being in front of a camera. That still sometimes is a little bit uncomfortable for me depending on my mood and what I'm talking about. But from the original me doing videos 5 years ago in front of camera to now, me 5 years later, I will say though that I've gotten a lot more comfortable, and that's basically just the repetition of forcing myself to be in front of a camera. And I will say that along the way I did a bunch of like really stupid, kind of like silly things to make it a little more comfortable for me. Like there was one point where, I kid you not, I had like an actual teddy bear behind my camera just to give me something to look at, because it felt so damn weird, like looking into the lens of a camera. Like it was just the weirdest thing ever. So by like looking right behind it at this teddy bear, it was a lot easier. But anyways, backtracking a bit to younger Daniel. So again, social anxiety is something I always majorly dealt with, which to the standard eye, or to like the untrained eye, or to like anyone that was in my school, they'd probably say that's complete bullshit. And the reason they'd probably say that is because I was the most outgoing kid in most of my classes. I was constantly the one getting kicked out for talking too much, doing like stupid pranks, and just all that usual Dennis the Menace crap. And honestly, the reason why I was very talkative in class was just because my mind goes a million miles an hour and I cannot sit still to save my life. So in order to distract myself, I would find like mischievous things to do, or like a buddy that I can kind of do goofy things or joke around with. And that was kind of like why I was always talking. But whenever it came to like me being in like the center of attention, like people actually looking at me and stuff like that, and like analyzing what I was saying or doing, I was a wreck and completely nervous. And it's only like really gotten worse as I've gotten older. A lot of people would see me as like an extremely goofy person. Like, I mean, literally outside of my house and I'm at work and stuff like that, I'm always cracking jokes and like never really serious. But that's definitely my way of putting on my game face, because I truthfully on the inside feel like really uncomfortable a lot of the times. And it's hard to kind of explain, like, to those people that don't really have social anxiety, you just feel kind of on the spot all the time. Like like everyone is analyzing you and judging you, and that like every situation is detrimental. Like this is life or death, and if I screw this up, then that's it. So it's a really shitty feeling. And even in like middle school and elementary school, but especially middle school, I was invited to a lot of parties and like get-together type things, and I never went to a single one, just out of my fear of like the what ifs and what could possibly happen if I did go to this party. It wasn't until I got into high school when I started going to parties. But the thing is because in high school I found out what alcohol was, and I'll tell you that it's a lot easier to chug a beer or two before going into a social setting than it is just to go into one with your nerves like eating away at you. So again, definitely was rough. And then I will say that with jobs and things like that I've had since high school, I've worked a lot of different jobs, from customer service to office job to now I'm in the food industry, and so I'm working in people's faces. Well, I will say that as much as I freak out almost on a day-to-day basis about like potentially embarrassing myself or doing something stupid, it's a hell of a lot better to force yourself into these situations, because again, like with my last job, I was in an office and my social anxiety became at an all-time high because it was just me and one other person in an office for 8 or 9 hours a day. I would drive home, play some video games, go to sleep, or hang out with like 1 or 2 friends, and that was it. Like those were the only few people that I would see. And so after doing that for a year, oh my god, I would freak out like anytime I had to go anywhere. It was so bad. It was just such a terrible thing. And so I had to leave that job because my anxiety just got so bad from being isolated. And I took this current job, one, to be closer, but two, to kind of like test myself and face my fear of being around working in the face of a lot of people. And again, some days it sucks. Like it's really a roller coaster ride. I can have one day where I'm feeling good about things, I'm feeling confident, and like my anxiety is low and everything goes smoothly at work. And there's other days where like it's a shit show, I'm a wreck, and like all I want to do is dig myself into a hole and just kind of hide away from everyone. Sneezing. Oh man. Excuse me. But one thing I will say as like a word of advice for those people that are younger. I'm sneezing again right now. I apologize. I've got cats and dogs and like really bad allergies, so I'm usually pretty much like on the fritz when it comes to allergies. But anyways, for those of my younger audiences that are dealing with social anxiety, I will definitely say this: as uncomfortable as it may feel to put yourself in these situations where you potentially be embarrassed, the younger you throw yourself into the lion's den, if you will, the better off and the worse it'll be later on in life. Because I avoided all these social situations, I'd be willing to bet money that is the reason why it is so extreme and still something that I have to deal with. And like hopefully one day, even if it's not perfect, like hopefully one day it goes away. And I'm really trying to combat it, but it's definitely a freaking terrible, tough thing that I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, and it makes everything in life a little less enjoyable when you're constantly freaking out about any kind of like human interaction. It's just like the weirdest shit ever. Another thing, like too, with college, the last 3 years have been doing just online classes, and I just forced myself this past semester to do one on-campus class because when I transfer, it's going to be all on campus. So this next semester, I've got 3 on-campus classes, which I am nervous about, but I mean, my last on-campus class did go relatively well, and so I'm kind of trying to like dip my toes in and just get more accustomed to being around a lot of people and stuff like that. So anyways, those of you guys again that are feeling that you've got social anxiety, just know that you're not alone. There's a lot of people that feel that way, but again, do not avoid the situations. I'm telling you, take it from me, just everyone feels uncomfortable, and you probably will get embarrassed. But the thing is, like, anytime you embarrass yourself, like, nobody really remembers that shit because everyone embarrasses themselves. Like, yeah, you might be embarrassed in the moment, but after a short period of time, it's going to be something that no one ever cares or talks about, so but yeah, anyways, on that note, guys, I'm going to end it because it's getting pretty long, and let me know what you guys think about these kind of serious videos, because I kind of have a lot more things I want to share with you guys about things I deal with on a day-to-day basis and week-to-week basis, and things I've gone through, but I don't really set this tone for my channel too often, but I really would like to, at least here and there, do videos like this to kind of maybe again help out people, even if it is just 1 or 2 people. That really makes all the difference to me, because I know how difficult it's been for me going through similar stuff like this. So anyways, guys, I'm out. Thank you for watching. Peace. Hey guys, don't forget to hit the like button on the bottom of this video, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe for new great videos every single week, including monthly giveaways. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you guys next time.